Hello everyone, my name is Antezil and today we'll be playing as France. As Portugal. France playing as Portugal. Yes, that's the one. I've recorded several Portugal videos where we formed Portuguese India and Portuguese China, and I was thinking France can do the same. They have territories here in India and over here in China. Of course, France starts out as democratic. They cannot create collaboration governments and they'll lose a lot of their compliance once they flip. But it's going to be a little bit of a longer goal, but see, still, we'll do it. We'll just set everything to local police force, but we'll set the Raj to local autonomy and China to local autonomy to raise their compliance to the max. We'll also release Algeria right now. You can release more, but Algeria is the most bang for your buck. I like to be efficient. I'll also involve myself in the Spanish Civil War to try out a trick I learned from one of my commenters and see if it works. If it works, I should be able to get all the cores in Spain. I will need to go into the, what is it called? The non-aligned path of the legitimate heir and unite the crowns over here. So we'll start with Revive the National Bloc. I've done a video where I've created the Kingdom of Franco-Spain with all Spanish cores, but it was a bit RNG dependent and involved quite some hassle with volunteers. And this would be something different, so let's see if that works. If it doesn't work, we always have the French India and French China to look forward to. Research-wise, we'll be starting off with our generic research in electronics and industry. And construction-wise, we'll start with a few civilian factories and a supply hub here in the Savoy. I've redistributed my army to 72 reserve divisions, which I will split up in 3 armies of 24. I've kept my motorized separate, but I've deleted my tanks. I'm creating an intelligence agency and I'm training my tactical bombers here. Revive the National Bloc is done and will issue a diplomatic objection to the remilitarization of the Rhineland, and we'll do banned communism. I'm just creating an intelligence agency to do civilian infiltration in as many countries as possible to get a little bit more political power. We are going to be starving for it. I'll also promote Jean de Lattre de Tassigny as Field Marshal for my offensive armies. The plan for today will be to intervene on the side of Republican Spain in the Civil War, take enough territory from the nationalists to ensure that the Carlists will spawn, and eventually capitulate the Carlists, because that will cause this focus to change somewhat. All Carlist Spain cores will become my cores if I complete that focus, while the Civil War is still going on. Now that's a lot of things to consider, because we need to stall that Civil War for as long as possible. At least until we get those cores. Banned communism is done and we'll utilize the leagues. I'm just merging up the fleet and the Spanish Civil War kicks off. Utilize the leagues is done and we'll involve ourselves in Spain, intervention in Spain. In order for the Carlists to spawn, we need one of those northern provinces to be out of control for their nationalists. Now they have immediately taken control of País Vasco. That's probably going to be the province that I'm going to involve myself in. Doesn't seem to have the debuff anymore already. And here is intervention in Spain. We'll continue all the way down to revise the Constitution, Council of Rambouillet. Now, to intervene in the side of Spain, we'll let the game tick for a while, because the decision isn't here yet. Here it is, intervene on side of Spain. We need 25% war support, and for that we need to allow volunteer work for 10% war support and allow arms purchases for 5% war support. This will destroy my stability, but we are now high enough to intervene on the side of Spain. We actually have 25 political power left. Gracious joy. Right, now let's move in here. There's no real need to enter here. The anarchists still need to spawn. I think if I just take Pamplona and maybe Bilbao, I'll have enough. And I'll set the Air Force to go. At least these tactical bombers, they have the range for it. And this should be it. I'll just go back to 5 speed. I'm not going to do anything else here for the time being. And you can see we are gaining 0.07 political power a day. We really need those civilian infiltrations to give us some political power. Revise the constitution is done. We'll do laissez-faire later, but first we'll begin rearmament for those free military factories. There's anarchist Spain. Begin rearmament is done, and we'll do laissez-faire. That gives us a lot of bonuses for research. And do note that I've lined up the 1937 tier of industry research accordingly, so I can use the bonuses. Get some extra factories. I'll start producing close air support. That's for the future. Put the rest on infantry equipment. May is coming to a close. That does mean the Carlists are about to spawn. And here they are. There's not a lot of them. They have to be capitulated as one of the first for our focus to realign, but I'm just going to see if maybe the others will take care of that for me. I probably shouldn't involve myself too far here. Laissez-faire is done, and we'll do economic devolution. Economic devolution is done. We'll protect the rights of man. Also going to expand the colonial template with support artillery. I actually have it, so that's good. And that was the Carlists. Protect the rights of man is done, and we're ready to build military factories. Not yet, so we'll eat more into our stability first and go over here to devalue the franc. Devalue the franc is done. Now it's January 5 and we're close to losing our constitutional revision, so I'll just hold off for that. There's the end of constitutional revisionism, and now we can do repeal the law of exile. Also, you can see here now that United Crowns will give us cores on 22 states, but we need the civil war to still be on for this focus to be that successful. Repeal the law of exile is done, and we'll go for the legitimate heir. We've got a batch of political power, and we'll get the silent workhorse. The legitimate heir is done, and we'll secure the crown of Spain. We are now non-aligned, which means those two territories with local autonomy are now set to no garrison. That's something I always forget, well, apparently, except this time. And we'll start building military factories. That's long overdue. Alright, here's secure the crown of Spain. Now we can't do unite the crowns yet, because we need to hold a territory of Spain in order for that focus to become available. The easiest one would be Pamplona, of course, but let's do everything in good order. We can declare war on the Republicans, so here we go. We can now launch the naval invasion of de Gaulle here. We'll use these motorized to grab Pamplona. Is it available? Yes, it is. Unite the Crowns is available, and we'll take it immediately. And here we go, on the rear of the nationalists. Pleasantly surprised, I have seized La Coruña. Unite the Crowns is done. Well, it is now. And we can go back all the way over here. Promote entrepreneurship for faster military factories. Getting some extra dockyards because these are our core states now. I'll probably have to wait a bit for this to properly register. Here it is, core states. Now there's no more mercy for the nationalists or the anarchists. We just need to capitulate them first. It's probably the anarchists already. Indeed, now we should take care of the nationalists. That's the nationalists, and now to take care of Spain itself. And here we are, Spain is done. And it's all core territory, so we'll just take the lot. Kingdom of Franco-Spain, core territory, beautiful. And it's only November 1938, so that's not too bad. Going for the air dominance tree now. The other option would have been to get my second research slot or my fourth research slot. But this tree will make my air force that more powerful. I do believe that is key. And I will be able to get doctrines for my army. Italy joins Axis, Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, and we're close to trouble. Here goes the war. Germany declares war on Poland, and I accept the call to arms. Poland joins the Allies. I'm currently also being attacked. I'll just have to set my fighters to intercept. I just want them to stay off my own territory. No need to bomb anything just yet. We get invited to the Allies. I'm not going to take that. It will just limit me in my peace deals. Although they'll probably kick me out before then, but I haven't generated that much yet, so not taking the chances. Poland wants to give me Lend-Lease, so that's good, I guess. Small successes. That's what I live by. Here comes Belgium. I was kind of hoping to use my main army to invade Italy, but I'd rather keep them on the Belgian border now. Netherlands is gone. Belgium won't last much longer either. We also got army reform. We'll now go for the Bloem-Violet proposal and get full employment away. Now with army reform done, we can finally do some doctrines. We have some experience here, and personally I don't really mind going with the Grand Battle Plan and the Assault Doctrine, but severe firepower is better in the long run. Let's just hope I won't regret getting that max entrenchment out of the way. I guess we'll notice soon enough. Looks like I got very lucky, no one got intercepted. Got Rome, but that's not what's important. What's important is that we split Italy in two. Italy has been split up. That's the Bloem-Violet proposal. We get all of Algiers back. I'm going down here to get rid of worker shortage. Scratch that. I may have production problems, but I have no deficits. What I should do is get the research slot. That's also a lot of focuses, so I'll go there first. Beautiful blue color. Because if I want to break through the Germans at some point, I will need tanks, and I can't research them now to stay on top of the rest. Alright, the Alpine army here is gone. We'll just put Ulri here on the German border. And put all of de Gaulle here on the south. Now I'm not in any hurry to finish this off because I have a collaboration government with the Italians coming up. That's always good for that compliance. Once that is done, I will wheel around de Gaulle's army up north here and start pushing into the Netherlands. That's the collaboration government of Italy. I now have them capitulated. Yes. Alright, let's put the primary army on the border with Belgium. Or what used to be Belgium. Let's get ready to roll. And that's our first encirclement into Belgium. Our field marshal got logistics wizard. Always a happy moment. All the Germans have pulled out here. It's just Hungarians and Romanians left now. Italians. Guess we'll see the Germans turn up here. My god, that's a lot of divisions. I hope we can hold this. We're on the river fort line. I guess that's okay. Finally, my second research slot. Fourth research slot. Just get rid of that full employment now. Get to work on heavy tanks. You don't need to be top of the line, but I do need something that breaks through better than my current infantry and motorized. Forming a massive breakthrough here. But you can see German forces are redeploying everywhere. Do need this tile. Need a bit of a better front line. No, we're done here. Oops, we suffered a minor setback here. Ha 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 ha. 12 divisions captured here. Apparently this is coming at the cost of losing the Netherlands. Next up is of course my attempt to encircle Brussels. Encourage immigration is done. We have a research slot to do. Dynamic market would be nice. I'm going over here to get a fighter bonus for fighter free. We have Brussels encircled with 12 divisions. Let's kick ass in Breda. The United States joins the Allies. Well, since I was going after the Allies after this, it might be a problem, but this is going to be a long game anyway. Oh yeah, now we're starting to roll. Well, I've tried this move a few times now, but finally it's working. Alright, liberated the Netherlands, August 1941. That doesn't look too bad. This is how I like to do it. Small encirclements, a few divisions at a time, and hopefully not losing any of them myself. Alright, reserve army, your time is here. These guys are going to liberate Denmark. Norway? Nah, they don't need it. It's 1941, almost 1942. Let's go to war economy. That's fighter focus. We really needed that one. We'll go to stimulate the dynamic market. Next research slot will go for fighter free. And we should get that final research slot as well. There's quite a few German divisions up here. That was close. I got encircled. Turned out for the better. Even bigger encirclement now. Oh, this is a nice one. Magdeburg. we have Berlin. And we're done. That's Germany already. I did get the most war score. Well, this was a very successful peace deal. I had to take a few states for myself, but I have a German Empire puppet, a Kingdom of Italy puppet. I've expanded some of my natural borders. This is looking very good. I'm going to try and invade Japan, get myself into the Allies, and then take over the faction. I need a lot of manpower for that, and I'll just drain Germany first. They have 2 million. I'll get a few million myself. Let's go declare war. Well, they are actually launching. Cool. And we're landing. We have Osaka. That's all we need, really. Okay, and here is the, finally, official government of China and of British Raj. They have my blessing. So I now have a French India and a French China. French India. And, well, comes on Franco-Spanish China. Ooh, Franco-Spanish even. I like the sound of that. Ah, this should help my war score. Ah yes, I can annex Germany. Alright, right. These guys, delete. There we go. British want to invite me to their faction. Alright, we are now in the Allies. I can take over the faction if I have 20 more political power. Please don't kick me yet. Here we are. The Kingdom of Franco-Spain has assumed faction leadership of the Allies. Glorious! Well, now what? We're going to kick the UK. And they're gone. The United Kingdom joined the Chinese United Front. And that's the end of Japan. I can puppet them, so that's good enough. And that's it for Japan. Puppeted and mine. Now for the UK. Alright, let's see if we can surprise the British. Declare war. Set naval invasion to go. And set all these planes to go. Republic of Thailand is a major. Okay. Already got Bristol. London has fallen. The United Kingdom has capitulated. Alright. 1 down, 2 to go. Denmark is in the Chinese United Front. Completely missed where that happened. Did more of the Allies join there? Difficult to see. Denmark. Bulgaria. Time for an update. I'm certainly not recording everything anymore. This is turning into a very long game. But I'm chipping away at China. UK has gone, of course. My French India puppet has been called in. Thailand is resisting. And I don't dare call in these guys just yet. I'm training about 200 divisions of Japanese volunteers. And that's going just fine. Did turn out that I need this railroad here in order to get some supply down here. Now it all has to come through the port. So far, so good. Soviets are attacking, not very successfully. They did manage to take out Iraq, but that's just a mess. And that's Wuhan, another supply hub. Strange thing about taking over the Allies is that I still can't do collaboration governments. I was able to puppet Japan, so it's all a bit weird. Tried restarting the game, I mean reloading, but it didn't help. China's on 98% and I'm walking into Chengdu. That's China. Ugh, Bulgaria has become a major. Bangkok surrounded by troops with no supply. Let's see how that goes. I'm still killing them. Bulgaria has capitulated. We can invite Kingdom of Romania. Weren't you my puppet? They're even still my puppets. Okay. Great. Ah, finally. I'm here for French India and French China, so let's start with that. Shall we? Franco-Spanish India even. Oh, this is just glorious. Franco-Spanish China and Franco-Spanish India. One glorious screenshot. Well, I swung around and moved in on the Soviets. Well, they moved on me and then I counterattacked. Not going too well for them, I can tell you that. Part of doing the Soviet invasion on two sides is building supply hubs in China. That's Leningrad. Yes, yes, it looks like we're finally here. And that's a peace deal. I just made them a supervised government. Can't be bothered with the rest. Well, the world is at peace. 100% stability. This was the true goal here. Franco-Spanish China and India. Well, this was a glorious, huge campaign. 1945 still, almost 1946. But I'm calling it a day. The rest of the allies are my buddies. I can integrate a few more for the map, but this was the true goal. Franco-Spanish India and Franco-Spanish China. It was a lot more work than I thought it would be, but I had some fun doing it. So hopefully you had some fun watching it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.